Hello everyone, this is Supreme StarCraft here, and today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting my new series which is called To The Top. And in my To The Top series, pretty much what I have to do is I have to reach top 1 in each of my ladders. And currently what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reach top 1 in my 4v4 ladder. Now where I have spawned is I have spawned over here as Protoss. And on my team we have 2 Terran, Grendel, no 1 Terran actually, we have Grendel who's a Terran, we have Commandolios who's a Protoss, and we also have a little Zerg. And the Zerg is Einstein. In the opposing team we have Demon who's Terran. I played a few years with Demon just to get a few wins, and it was a really good game we had with Demon. We have Benno who I also have as a friend, and we played good games too. Chris Paris, and then up here we have Protoss Checker. So pretty much what it is, it's 2 Protoss, 2 Terran versus 1 Terran, 2 Protoss and 1 Zerg. Now what I'm doing right now is I'm starting to wall off. I have 2 pylons here on this ramp, since you pretty much do need 2 ramps. No, not 2 ramps, you need to wall off your ramp. I have 2 pylons and my gateway. And then I have a little pro. As I was saying, it is good to wall off your ramp. It doesn't really matter what game it is, whether it's a 1v1 or a 4v4, 3v3 or 2v2, you always have to wall off to prevent early rushes by Zerg, Terran or Protoss. Now Protoss rush is normally a Zerg, not a Zerg, but a Protoss rush is normally a few Zealots with 1-2 Stalkers. A Terran rush is just Marine, Marauder, and Zerg rush is pretty much Zerglings. And here what you can see is me chatting away to Demon. Now one thing which I have done is, in a lot of the 4v4s which I played last night, my macro and micro were really good, and I was able to hold off some very good battles with, I think my unit composition was Sentry, Stalker, Zealots, DTs and Colossi. Now Commandolius was talking like this because there was a player who was about to leave but never left, and he just kept spamming the chat. Now I have my cybernetics go. What you do normally want to do is, if you want to get say you're in a 1v1 and you're Protoss and you plan on rushing, you need 1 gateway and cybernetics core. Then you start building your gateway, which I do not have yet because I'm kinda late on gas. So what you want to do after that is you want to research your warp gate, which I will be doing right about now. And warp gate is really good, especially if what you're doing is in your game is just warping in constant units, which is pretty much what I do with my Stalkers, Sentries, etc. I just warp in a lot of units. Now I will check the harvester count in just a minute. I will just lower this. The harvester count. Give me just 1 minute. The production. Grendel has myself to the SAV Marine. Well, I have 2 gateways on the way, and what gate? 2 gateways here. Then what we have is Chris Paris getting the high sec auto tracking. We have Checker getting a few void, or 1 void array. Now the APM, my APM is 0 just now, but it does seem to get a bit higher later on in the game. Now I have 18 probes, everyone else is about 18, 19 SCVs, while what we have here is Chris Paris only has 11 SCVs, which is quite bad. Because you don't want to have 11 SCVs, all it does is you just keep wanting to build probes, SCVs and drones to get that economic advantage in your game. Now here's my gateway done, and what I then do is I change all my gateways actually into warp gates, as you can see right now. Now with my warp gates full, well, with my gateways full onto warp gates now, we'll then start warping in a few units, and I do take my expansion. I'm trying to remember where I take my expansion, or if I even take one. I actually can't remember if I took one or not. I will check. If I take an expansion, then I did take it, and it was over here. I'm pretty sure I did take an expansion over here. Now with Chris Paris, something I noticed is when he was in this game, what he'd done was he loaded up this command center full with 10 SCVs. Now that's not really going to do any good, because he tries to reach over here and he gets destroyed. He's trying to land it here, and I have no idea why he's landing it there. His SCVs and his command center just went to be destroyed. But then later on in the game, what he tries to do is just tries to pull his command center and pull it over this way, so I can't see it, but I do. Now Einstein does have 5 meters, 1 queen, 24 drone, and 1 overlord. I'm still producing probes with 23, while what I have is Bino, who has 37 probes, who is here, and he's already expanded to here. And also down here, so that's 3 expansions. This expansion promise will go down with these Einstein's mutants. I never noticed Albert Einstein was so good with Zerg. Now what I do try to do is, when I lull myself in, I have no way of getting probes out to expand. So what I do normally do is I build my robotics facility, and then I get a warp prism. Now my warp prism is already done, and it is up here. Wait, where's my warp prism? I sent it somewhere up here, and I was going to do a few attacks on Checker, like just a few ambushes with stalkers and zealots. Now we go back up to my base, and my expansion is coming up just now, and I just start mining out, saturating it. I now have a total of 9 gates, 9 gateways I have. The units lost tab, well, Chris Paris has lost 16 units, while Bino's lost 22, Jacker's lost 10, and Demon has lost 18. Now if Chris Paris has lost 1,415 resources. Now here's my 4 zealots, and I did attack here and took out quite a few probes. Now these voideries were all appearing, since obviously my zealots can't really do much, and I just moved my warp prism back. We'll go to check the APM again, and my APM was at 35, well Einstein's hitting 60, I'm now hitting 70, 50. Then we go to the army, and we have nothing. So we go to production. Pretty much the supply is, we have Einstein in front with 92, and then the opposing team have Benno with 96. I have 52 supply, Grendel has 70,